stop the game when the ball's in the air, because he surely will add time on for Kiefer Moore's in treatment. But Wrexham, again, sing about football in the circus.
Well, we've just seen there why Charlton have scored so many goals after 90 minutes is because they just keep going. They keep going and they just throw the kitchen sink at you. It's a brilliant header, but it's an even better save. Okonkwo gets his eagle wingspan out, gets his fingers to it, just tips it over the bar. Brilliant save, so important.
He hits it right-footed, and there is the final whistle. Wrexham win 3 home games in a row. Home form a problem? I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. Wrexham beat Charlton 1-0 through a Josh Windass penalty. Rather carelessly conceded. It was a substitute on El Hernandez who handled a cross from McLean. It's all about the subs. There was no need to handle it, but he did. It is a penalty, although it seemed to pass everybody by. Lyson spotted it, and Windass stepped up, drilled a tremendous penalty into the bottom right corner. Kaminski went the right way, nearly got down to it, but he couldn't quite. And Wrexham had the win, a deserved win, because we've had a lot more of the game than Charlton. And in the second half, especially, really pushed hard. And yet, they could have snatched a draw right at the end. As Andy said, they've scored more goals after 90 minutes than any team in the EFL. And that header by Berry was superb, 15 yards out, diving sideways and planting it with pace under the bar. A remarkable save by Okonkwo, who really took off and then really needed that massive wingspan to just get enough on it to touch it over the bar. As Phil Parkes, an ex-Charlton manager, of course, is really relishing this, shouting "come on" as the Wrexham fans are on their feet applauding him. In the first half, Charlton hit the bar with nibs after a ricochet off Hyam fell his way. Falling backwards, it's a hell of a chance. He struck the bar. It's got to be said, the Wrexham were dominant for long periods of the game. Charlton, who were in the top 6 before this match, are comfortable without the ball. They defend well, they break well, but they didn't break well in the second half as Wrexham just kept the pressure on, kept it up, and deservedly come out with the points. Ben Sheaf managed to get through to the 80th minute when he's been having his minutes managed, and was impressive in the extreme in the middle of the pitch. Kabore, tremendous on the right, taking the game to Charlton. You can hear the fans singing his name now. It really was good, Kabore. Some really good performances in there. Back three again was solid when required. Okonkwo makes that save too, of course. Little worry that Moore had to go off deep into added time. He just felt his hamstring. Hopefully that's just a bit of cramp rather than a pull of the hamstring. I mean, tell me off for not being patriotic, but I'm okay if it's enough to not send him off on international duty, but not enough to rule him out the next game in a fortnight. You know, the last international break, people were saying that we had a horrible schedule coming up. Between that last window and this one, no midweek breaks whatsoever, and facing the likes of Stoke, Coventry and Middlesbrough, not to mention Charlton. Well, we've come out of it extremely well. For weeks we seem to have been 5 points off the playoffs. Now, well, we were playing a side who was 6th and were 5 points ahead of us. That gap's gone down to 2 between us and Charlton. Another clean sheet, and Wrexham can be extremely happy with that performance, massively happy with that result, and we go into that break with a lot of momentum behind us. Remember, of course, the final whistle with the full analysis will be out tomorrow, and don't miss 5:30 tomorrow at Buckley, the Mia Roberts derby. Wrexham against Llandudno in the last 16 of the Adran Trophy. Mia Roberts, the turncoat. She's Wrexham through and through, except for 90 minutes tomorrow. So join us for that. That will be quite an experience, I suspect. But, wow, that was something, wasn't it? Wrexham continue to climb up the table. Great stuff from us, and a great atmosphere again against Charlton. The Wrexham fans singing "Welcome to the Circus" football in a circus. Yeah, they relished that. Nathan Jones's words before our last game here against Charlton. Just keep on giving, don't they? With a final score of Wrexham 1, Charlton Athletic 0. I'm Mark Griffiths. I've been with Mia Roberts and, of course, Andy Morrell from Wrexham AFCCCCCC.